The universe. This seemingly endless dark void holds humanity's biggest questions within it. With billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and countless planets, this vast structure is far more mysterious than we realize. No matter how much science advances, there are still enormous unanswered questions about the universe. In this video, we'll explore the greatest mysteries of the universe since its existence. Examine the unanswered questions, and take a look into the unknown. One of the greatest mysteries that scientists face is how the universe began. The Big Bang Theory suggests that the universe emerged around 13.8 billion years ago. But what existed before this explosion, and why did it happen? These questions remain unanswered. What we know about the beginning of the universe is really just a starting point, while everything before it remains completely dark. Another major mystery is black holes. Black holes have such immense gravitational pull that not even light can escape them. So what happens to things that fall into a black hole? Does time really slow down, or does it stop entirely? Some theories even suggest that black holes could be gateways to other universes. However, proving this is currently impossible. One of the greatest mysteries of the universe is dark matter and dark energy. Currently, most of the universe is actually made up of these unseen substances. In other words, the stars, planets, and galaxies we can observe make up only a small fraction of the universe. The vast majority consists of a structure that we still don't fully understand. This shows that most of the universe remains unexplored and unsolved. Another fascinating mystery is signals coming from space. Scientists occasionally detect strange radio signals originating from the depths of the universe. One of the most remarkable of these signals is known as a fast radio burst, which is short but extremely powerful. Although these bursts last only a few milliseconds, in that brief moment they release more energy than the sun emits in years. For example, some signals repeat at regular intervals. This surprises scientists because most natural phenomena do not behave so consistently. As a result, some researchers even speculate that these signals could be caused by advanced technology. However, there is still no concrete evidence. Additionally, there is the famous "wow" signal, detected years ago and debated for decades. This signal was so striking that the scientist analyzing the data wrote "wow" in his notes out of astonishment. Yet the signal was never detected again. So what could be the source of these signals? Perhaps neutron stars in distant galaxies, maybe black holes, or maybe an entirely different phenomenon that we still don't understand. Yet the biggest question remains: are these signals truly natural, or could they be a sign that we are not alone in the universe? Time itself is another profound mystery. On Earth, time seems constant, but in space, the situation is very different. As speed increases, the flow of time begins to change. This is explained by the theory of special relativity. According to this theory, as an object approaches the speed of light, time inside that object slows down relative to an outside observer. The speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second, the highest speed attainable in the universe. To better understand this, consider this. Light can circle the Earth approximately 7 times in just 1 second. That's an incredibly high speed. If a human could travel in a spacecraft approaching this speed, the passage of time for them would not match the time experienced by people on Earth. For example, theoretically, if an astronaut traveled for several years at a speed very close to the speed of light, decades could pass on Earth by the time they return. So only a few years would have passed for the astronaut, while many more years would have passed for people on Earth. This phenomenon is called time dilation in the scientific world, and it is not just a theory. It has also been experimentally confirmed. In fact, this effect can be observed on a very small scale in everyday life. For instance, the precise clocks used in satellites run slightly differently than clocks on Earth. These differences must be taken into account for GPS systems to function correctly. Otherwise, serious errors in positioning calculations would occur. Yet the biggest question still remains unanswered. What is time, really? We can measure it, but we do not fully understand what it actually is. Is time a continuous flow, or merely a concept perceived by our minds? Perhaps the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, and we are only experiencing a slice of it. This is why time remains one of the deepest and most difficult mysteries of the universe. Another major question is whether the universe has an end. Will the universe continue to expand forever, or will it eventually stop and collapse back in on itself? Perhaps everything will one day disappear entirely. The answer to this question is still unknown. All these mysteries reveal one thing: the universe is far larger, far more complex, and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. Every new discovery raises more questions. Perhaps humanity will one day solve part of these secrets, but for now, the universe still stands before us as a vast unknown, waiting to be explored. Are we truly alone in the universe, or could there be other beings somewhere out there observing us?